Thomas Tuchel comes out with the truth to why he was sacked at Chelsea. He gives us some little details, and more importantly, Kai Havertz, bro. How did you get caught? First, we get rumors that Kai Havertz wants to leave the club, and now we get quote from Germany about Kai Havertz declaring his love for Bayern Munich. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Kavkas View, and in today's video, like I said, we're going to talk about Thomas Tuchel in a press conference at Bayern Munich. All of a sudden, he's talking more about Chelsea than about Bayern. Bayern fans should be a little bit upset about why and how he was sacked at Chelsea. He gives us some intricate details we need to go over. Kai Havertz did the classic thing that a player does when he goes on international duty. My man started speaking his own language, got very comfortable, and then let a couple things slip. Dude, you're only meant to do that when you're a little bit drunk. You're not meant to do that when you're sober. You're not meant to get caught like that. But we've got the quotes. They're bad. They're a little bit bad, or according to some people. I don't see the issue with them. We'll break them down. Fabrizio Romano has come out and said, is Kai going or is Kai not going? This is good news. You're going to want to stay tuned for that. And finally, Graham Potter had his press conference about the game against Aston Villa tomorrow. He gave us an update on Anthony Barry not moving to Bayern Munich straight away, and we'll find out why, and the players that are injured and fit. There is a lot of updates here, so make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. March is going to end on a high note. Make sure of it. You have to do those two things for it to happen. And finally, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's in the pinned comment below. Follow me there. Hit me up with football related questions. I usually respond, and that's a great way for us to build a community. Now, let's move on with the video. We need to start with the blockbuster news, right? Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel is in a Bayern press conference talking about Chelsea, and he gave us some color. He gave us some clarity. He gave us some opinion where he opined on us why he's leaving the club and why he left the club. So basically, Thomas Tuchel believed that it was a knee-jerk reaction. That's what he basically said. He said there was a project, they were meant to go, or they were on the right track to achieving the project. It wasn't a great start to the season, but he believed they were on track and the relationship within the team was great. The team went through a specific different parts with the sanction, other mitigating circumstances that I will not say, and more importantly, the bond was there. He also went on to add that his second meeting was very interesting. It was 3 to 5 minutes, no more than that. The conversation was blunt, quick, and over. Tuchel also reiterated he was in no mood to argue or literally fight for his position. That's how I took it. And more importantly, Donny still talks to our players and our coach. Thomas Tuchel basically said he's still got a great relationship with a lot of people at Chelsea. And this is a problem, guys. Whether you like it or not, this is a massive problem because Thomas Tuchel did not lose that dressing room. In respect to a lot of people want to say and how they want to manipulate the story because they want to make Potter look like he had to come in like the knight in shining armor. This man never lost the dressing room. The dressing room backed him. I just want us to one day get the truth and the reality of what actually happened. And that will only happen when, one, players write a book when they retire, or Tuchel writes a book when he retires. So one of these players that were in the dressing room is going to leak their version of the truth. And only then we're going to get clarity and insight of the detail that happened. What did Tuchel tell us? He told us 3 to 5 minutes. That's all it took for him to get sacked. And it was a short but sweet conversation. He's still in contact with the Chelsea team, and he's going to be pinching our players if we're not very careful, because evidently they still love him. And it's very sad because I still love him too. Honestly, seeing Tuchel in a Bayern kit walking around, my timeline's full of it. Everyone's reposting it. It's very sad because we had something great and we let it go. Speaking about Mr. Kai Havertz has been linked with a move to Bayern Munich, and Fabrizio Romano has come out and shut this down. Fabrizio said, after the comments, there's been a lot of controversy that Kai Havertz wants to return to Germany and he wants to go play for Bayern Munich, but that could be further from the truth. It's completely different to the Romelu Lukaku situation, and you need to all calm down because Kai Havertz's agents basically are not talking to nobody else. They're literally focused on the season at Chelsea. Guys, it's what I said in the video the other day. I said it's highly unlikely that Kai is plotting a move out from Chelsea because I believe his stock at the moment is at a low. I don't think he can go and demand the type of money he's going to want to demand when he leaves Chelsea Football Club, and I believe Chelsea is the one place that will pay him the money he most probably requires because they want to keep him because Potter rates him so highly. But what did Kai say? Guys, this is common. When Potter Bratucci, when Kai goes on international duty, he's most probably around his German compatriots. He's sitting there, he's having nice conversations in his language, he gets a little bit comfortable and starts answering questions in a manner he forgets he's talking to journalists. This happens to every player. This happened to Paul Lebil Pogba, this happened to Eden Michael Hazard, this happens to every player. You go away with your international team and you think these quotes aren't going to get back to the mainstream media in the country of origin where you're playing. It will get back. Stop talking so openly and so freely. But in this case, I don't think he said something wild. He literally said along the lines of, I'll put the comments on the screen so you guys have the direct quotes, but he said it was very difficult to reject Bayern in 2020 when they were in for me. Yes, it's very hard for a German to reject them. I have a great relationship with Thomas Tuchel. Literally, that's what he said. He also went on to add that he wanted a change because his personal goals were to play in Spain and England. Guess what? He plays in England now, so that's a good thing. And more importantly, we need to break this down from a theoretical standpoint, right? Kai Havertz is German. He grew up in an environment where the goal is, I want to play for Bayern Munich. So if Bayern Munich come in for him and he does want to go, it makes sense. He's not English. He's not from London. He wasn't born in London. He wasn't born in the West End. He wasn't born in Fulham Broadway. He wasn't born in anywhere of London, maybe even North London, to have some sort of affiliation to Chelsea. He doesn't. So we need to stop expecting the same loyalty from players to clubs the way we have them, because we love our club. He doesn't love Chelsea the way we do, so it's unfair for us to expect that from him. But a lot of people are going to say this, right? Well, why did you ever go at Romelu Lukaku when Romelu Lukaku did his interview? Guys, this is a completely different scenario. Romelu Lukaku asked for a sit-down interview and organized it himself. So it wasn't even his agents that organized. He has this sit-down interview, and if you don't remember it, he literally told the Lauti, because it's not Lautaro, Lauti, wait for me, I might be back. Guess what? He is back. Funny how things worked out, isn't it? But he was literally openly telling them, I'll be back. Then he called out Tuchel's tactics publicly. He said, why am I not playing? Publicly. It was a self-inflicted issue. Kai's is not a self-inflicted issue. Kai's is a completely different scenario. Kai's is a classic. You go away on international duty and you open your mouth too much and get caught slipping. This is nothing. Stop adding fuel to the fire. Grow. The press conference from Aston Villa Chelsea, guys, tomorrow's game at home is going to be massive. Mahusif, some would even say. Mahusif. Have to win the game. We need to get back to winning ways. We won 3 in a row, drew to Everton when we were the far superior side. Now it's time to get back to winning ways. Now it's time to set a precedent. Go into Liverpool, smash Liverpool, go into the next game, go into the next game, go into the game. But we've got the little conundrum of Anthony Barry. I've been telling you guys that the clubs are negotiating with deals to get Anthony Barry with compensation all the way to Germany and move on. Potter literally said it perfectly. Look, I can't stand in the way of individuals that have aspirations and their own goals. The fact that Anthony Barry viewed Bayern Munich an upgrade from Chelsea tells you everything you need to know where we are as a club at this moment in time. We're in the mud. Because I promise you now, 12 months ago, under Tuchel, there is no way Anthony Barry would have been leaving. Even if Bayern wanted him, I know Tuchel needed to go there for them to want him, but he wouldn't have left. He didn't even take a first team manager's role. That's how much this man loved working at Chelsea Football Club. So it's frustrating. He also gave us some clarity that Anthony Barry, if he does leave, will be leaving if Chelsea are in the semi-final past Bayern Munich. Basically, you don't want an individual to be there to cause any controversy and have any insider information, any news. It's just disadvantage for Chelsea, which makes sense. It's actually really nice that they're considering these aspects because a lot of fans didn't consider this aspect. Firstly, I didn't think of it. I literally thought, oh, Barry wants to go, end of. But it is what it is. We've lost him. I think that's the way we need to take it, right? There's no point beating around the bush and being upset. Potter's right. We could get a collective to replace what he does. It's perfectly fine. Now let me just break down the list of stuff that we need to talk about because there is so much to talk about in regards to the team news tomorrow. Raheem Sterling, still injured, potentially could be back for Liverpool, Graham Potter said, and this is good news. We need Raheem back ASAP. Wesley Fofana pulled out of the France squad before he went with a tight hamstring because remember he got injured and I was very angry that he got subbed off, so evidently he was injured. but it's still a little bit tight. They don't want to risk him. He should be fine for Liverpool. Number 2, Mason Mount is in the squad. He is not fit enough to start from the beginning, but Mason Mount will be in the squad tomorrow, according to Graham Potter. We've got Christian Pulisic, who's fully fit. However, Potter's a little bit worried about the travel constraints. Guys, you need to remember, right? Flights to America are long haul, and the players most probably came back yesterday, also on the Thursday. A little bit jet lag, the time difference would have been a little bit mad. So Pulisic is still most probably recharging. The likelihood is it's going to be Mudryk that start over Pulisic. News on Thiago and what's his name, Azpilicueta, both are still out. Both are still going through the motions and trying to get back to full fitness. Kai Havertz had the flu, but he's fully fit. He's trained in the last 2 games. He should be ready to start. And Reece James as well, unless there is a reaction to him training for the last 2 days, he is back as well. This tells me that those 2 were never injured. Kai most probably didn't feel well, so he was a little bit under the weather. Germany just told him go home. And Reece James literally pulled out because he didn't want to risk himself and wanted to be fit for Chelsea. He also went on to give us some clarity about N'Golo Kante. He said that N'Golo Kante is ready and will play some part of the game tomorrow. That is phenomenal news. I really can't wait to see N'Golo play for the club again. It's been so long. Like, he's arguably our best player. For me, our best player. And now he's back in the team. So this is positives. I hope you lot liked it. Tomorrow's performance is key. I think we will win. I can't even hazard a guess of how much or how. It's not going to be easy. It's Chelsea. Unai Emery is going to come and park the bus. They're going to hit us on a break. Ollie Watkins is on fire. So we need to be considerate, careful, and organised. I think Chelsea will do it. That's my personal opinion. I think we're going to get back to winning ways tomorrow. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Instagram. Peace out. I'm out. See you for the review tomorrow.